What is up, everybody? Yes, it is a good thing that I am on time, Marco, right? It's a good thing I'm on time. It's important to be on time. It's terrible to have people waiting on you. Am I right? Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Marco. Who all else is in here? What's up, Joe? Hey, Groundfog. How are you, Groundfog? How's everybody doing tonight? I have had one heck of a long day with Mrs. Urban. We spent hours and hours looking at how many cars? How many cars did we look at? Three, four?
We looked at 3 or 4 today.
At least four.
We looked at some online and was like, oh, wait, never mind.
But yeah, so we looked at a solid handful of used vehicles today for my stepdaughter, and yeah, finally, after like the dozenth trip to go car shopping for this kiddo, we finally found one. We bought one. She bought one. Miss Urban did.
Well, me and the daughter.
So they ended up with a 2013 Subaru. So Sharif would be happy. Yeah. So they ended up with a Subaru Impreza, right?
Yes.
So the Subaru Impreza, if that's how you say that, I don't know. And it's very nice for being as old as it is. It's a really good car, and we paid a very fair price for it, I would say. So one down, four more to go.
Riley's the last.
Yeah, Joe. Well, I literally got home. We both got home from getting this car. Oh, about 40 minutes ago. And so yeah, it's been just chaotic trying to get everything settled and the kids settled and yeah, finally eating. This is what happens on Friday nights. Friday nights usually end up being late to the meal because there's just so much going on. So sorry y'all have to put up with me eating, but I made the non chili, my chili. That's not quite anything like normal chili.
Hot gel.
Mrs. Urban always says that it tastes a lot more like sloppy Joe, but whatever. The if you don't know, I've been carrying it every day. The Wesser Aries EDC, Urban Woodsman designed Wesser is finally home. It's home. I am unbelievably so happy with how this came out. He did such a fantastic job. I could not be happier. Uh, so happy that I want him to make more. So yeah, so I got the Wesser finally in my hands in my home, and then I've also got the Bloom Harpoon. Let me grab that. I did give the Wesser a break for like half of a day on one day and half of a day on another day. Swapped it out and carried the Bloom Harpoon in this beautiful Brazilian apatong wood that a customer from Lowe's gave me. I don't always talk about knives when I'm at work, but I do like to talk about knives when I'm at work. And a customer was overhearing me or saw me um, showing a knife or talking about knives with another buddy that I work with, and and he asked me if I design or make knives. Well, he asked me if I make knives, and I said no, I would love to, but I don't have all the equipment, and I don't know if I got the patience to and the time to work on everything that goes into making knives. So I said, but I think I've got a few friends that I'm going to reach out to one of these days and see about maybe making a design or two come to life. So he brought this piece of wood, this slab of wood, and if you've not seen the episode of the build of this knife with the handful of others that Aries was working on, yeah, he showed that block of wood. I think maybe I've shown it too in one of the other lives good while ago, 3 or 4 months ago. But yeah, so Aries used that piece of wood and made this a reality. I do have a video that will be posted either tonight or tomorrow, probably tonight, later tonight, about these leather sheath belt straps that go on to these kydex sheaths that perfect for scout carry. And so I'll in that video I'll drop the link, and uh, hell I'll go ahead and I'll drop it right now. They're on Amazon, and they are very inexpensive for pretty darn nice quality leather. I think that these will hold up for quite a while, a number of years. But here, let me go to my Amazon order and grab that link for y'all. But again, I'll have that in that video. And the video is just about all of your different types of. I mean, not all of them because I don't own all of them, but many of your different types of. Sorry, I'm having to think as I copy and paste. There we go. There's the link in the chat for the Amazon to these belt loop holster straps, double straps. But yeah, I think these are freaking awesome. I'm really liking their setup on these little small fixed blades. I think they do a fantastic job with that. What else? What other news do I have? Um, y'all got pocket drops? Y'all want to do pocket drops? What did y'all carry today? I carried my Wesser, and of course I carried the EMP EDC Pulse, my OG, rocking on over 400 days. Almost what's 2 years, almost 2 years of straight carry on the Pulse. I want to say I got it like the weekend right before Halloween, like a couple of days before Halloween. Not last year, but the year before. So this Halloween it'll be a solid full 2 years of carrying my EMP EDC Pulse for 2 years straight every day. And then I carried this guy. That is a Gecko Custom Knife Works. What's the name of this? I can't ever remember the name of this knife. It starts with a P. Not Plexus. What's the name of it? Pictus. The Pictus. Uh, Gecko Custom shop, yeah, the Pictus, Pitc. I did this because I don't do spelling bees. Have any of y'all ever done good in a spelling bee? I always botch that shit up, if anything, on purpose right away, so that I didn't have to stay in line and participate. Because fuck spelling bees. I hate spelling bees. I think they're stupid. Probably because I'm not the greatest of spellers. But here, let me share Z. So I picked up my Pictus in that topo pattern at Blade Show in Atlanta this past June. But let me show you on Gecko Customs. If you've never been over there, they do some insanely sweet stuff. Doesn't look like they don't have any Pictus for sale right now. But here's the Sikore, I believe is how you pronounce this one. That is one model of theirs. And then they even do Kaisers. So like this one, if the handle didn't have holes in it, where they are, because I'm in general I don't like handles on folders. I don't like handles with holes in them. But the design on this thing is wicked cool. I absolutely love that. That is sweet. And it's a good looking, that's a good looking Kaiser. It just makes me mad that they did the holes in the handle like that. That really sucks. Look at that pocket clip too. I like the pocket clip. But that's the Kaiser Collaboration Crest 2025 special. That was $160 for that. What was the blade steel? I don't even know what the blade steel was. But here, we'll just do the gallery. That's cool. I like that. Look at that one. That was a burnt blade. Yeah, so they do some pretty sweet stuff. And the gecko is their deal. That's their little animal. That's cool. There's a smock with some nice carbon fiber scales. That's something obscene. This bump. Look at how they did their gecko on the handle there on the back end. That's pretty rad. I like that. That's cool. But yeah, Gecko Customs. Check them out. Pretty cool. Oh, splitting slices. Glad you're here. And I did see Eagle Scout EDC, sir. Howdy, howdy. I did see you pop in. Sorry, I didn't say something. My brain was in deep thought. I guess I just I I my mind acknowledged that you popped into the chat, but I didn't voice that I saw that you came into the chat. But all right, let's see. Splitting slices. throwing up his carry today. Milwaukee Fastback, 6-1. You mean the 1-6? I'm just kidding. Some people like those fastbacks. I don't know what it is about them, but some people really dig them. Hogtooth Knives, DeMarco, TK. I gotta look. Let me Can I? I'll have to look that up later. I want to see what that looks like. And the Finch Jackrabbit. Oh, and the Jazz Stripes carbon fiber. No shit. You got one of those? Let me pull that up. I like a good number of Finch's knives. I dig where their vibes are, um, and what they're doing. I don't like all of their designs. I really, I mean, I have just a few select favorites. But new the Jackrabbit. The Jackrabbit looks really sweet. And you got the Jazz Stripes one? Is that what I saw? Yeah, in Jazz Stripes, carbon fiber. This one right her. Share screen. Yeah, those do look really cool. What's well, the blade length is 3 inch. I mean, I know they're going for the old school vibes, new materials with a little bit of extra pizzazz inspiration, modern inspiration, but on the old school vibes designs or platform, I guess. I don't know. Now I'm just throwing out adjectives for the hell of it. But that is nice. That is sick. How do you like it? You enjoying it? I wish, but what I was going with was, um, I wish that more of their designs were just a little bit more than a 3 inch blade, like 3.2, 3.4, somewhere around there. In some of their designs, I think would just really make a difference. The oxbow is pretty. If you like that straight edge blade in the abalone, that's pretty neat. But my absolute favorite knife of theirs, I think, yeah, my absolute favorite of theirs is the Hellfire, and I have that one, the Sabotage version with the all black look with their crest and red in the carbon fiber. I also think that the Inferno looks really sweet. Um, I also, and I personally would have loved to see them having done thrown the Inferno scales on the black wash blade and hardware. Like if they had put the Inferno scales on the Sabotage knife, I think that would look super sick too. Um, or they could have at least done like a dark stone wash, not a black stone wash, but like a dark, like an acid wash on the Inferno one. That would have looked good because the whole acid paired with the fire. I think that would have been a really sweet look as well, rather than the satin. But whatever, they don't they don't talk to me. They used to. I've had a couple of chats with the guys that make it happen at Bench, at Blade Show and post Blade Show. But I'm not buddy buddies with them or anything. But yeah, and then so that's those are the ones that I have. I actually have them all in the same spot here in this knife drawer right here. So here's my Hellfire, boom, and then my second favorite of theirs is the Stinger with that blue jig bone. Oh, it's not jig bone. I forget what they call that pattern. But anyways, it's the blue sapphire blued handle scales on on the Stinger. I believe this was a Smoky Mountain Knife Works exclusive. I normally don't care to buy from Smoky Mountain Knife Works. I used to in the past, but kind of got away from them. Shipping was kind of, I guess, the main issue. Plus their pricing was not always on point, and I think I had one or two, probably two knives arrive that the fit and finish was not very good on them, like not solid QC work. And but anyway, so uh, this is the other Finch knife that I have that I own. This is the Shiv. The Shiv, and I love that they put the name Shiv right there on the black blade. And this is their G10, their clear transparent G10. And I went and gave it just a quick Rit dye bath in in some graphite gray Rit dye, just to try to get those scales to look less like that the green jade G10 and more of a smoky gray look. It helped a little bit, um, and that's all I was trying to do was get rid of the green and get more of a gray color, transparent gray. So it turned out okay. Turned out okay. I'm content with it. But to answer your question, splitting slices, yes, I did. I absolutely did. I was, was honestly, I was kind of just joking around, poking fun. I secretly have been like wanting that knife, the Forest Two, and my favorite matchup of the different versions of it is the one with the blue and black carbon fiber handle. So that was the model version that I wanted. But yeah, so I've been wanting that to get that knife, but just it always got thrown on the back burner and passed temporarily as I picked up other knives and kind of got obsessed with Aries EDC and his amazing small little fixed blades. I'm a diehard fan now. But yeah, so at first I was kind of joking and did not expect Dylan to do anything. I really wasn't. So he absolutely surprised me with that. And yeah, so yeah, I mean, if I'm gonna tell any of you guys, anybody, yes, I will get something or I will do something. You better take that shit to the grave because I do not play around with that. If I tell you I'm going to do something for you, um, then I will. Then I will follow through with it. At some point in time, as best that I can, I will follow through with it. I do not back out on things unless it's for extreme financial reasons or major safety concerns. Other than that, I am a man to my word, and if I say that I will do something, you're damn well write it down and sign it off. I will do it. So yeah, and I told him I would. I told him if he would help me out, I would absolutely get one, and hopefully that helps him out. I think did he sell all of them? I know that yesterday he was down to one left of that version. He had one left of the black and blue Forest 2. So I don't know. I don't know if he sold it yet or not. I hope he did. You're, I'm right there with you, man. I They were not at Blade Show in Atlanta this past year, which sucked because I was looking forward to saying hey to them for one, and two to see if they had anything new and exciting and cool. The only one of theirs that I have is this guy right here. Again, cannot ever remember the name of it. Oh, why am I having? I'm My mind has just been fried today with the cars and so many other things. Like my brain's just been going 1,000 miles an hour all freaking day today. And I stayed up late last night watching a movie, uh, and enjoying some tobacco in the pipe. But the Lek, this is the Lek. That's right. It came to me. It got there. The noggin finally figured it out eventually. But yeah, the Lek. Something obscene Lek. And it's just a badass, beefy Warncliffe. Wacky Warncliffe. Because look how wild the front end of that is. But yeah, absolutely love the freaking fist bump. I'm all for that. But yeah, sweet knife. The Lek is awesome. I like it. We are doing good, Eagle Scout EDC. How are you? I mean, as good as I can, considering all things that happened today and how I was up till after 2 o'clock in the morning last night. That's my own darn fault. I did that to myself. Absolutely, 100% did that to myself. So splitting slices. The which knife? Oh, which knife are you talking about? You talking about the Forest? The Forest I know is got a 3.5 inch blade and definitely a full 4 fingered handle. Yeah. So I don't know if that's which one you were referring to. The Jackrabbit is smaller. I know that's only got just barely at a 3 inch blade. Anything is that point, that 2.99. Yeah, the red bone's cool. I thought the red bone was classy, but you got a good one with the carbon fiber. Nobody else feel like dropping their pockets in the comments? Let's see what other announcements do I have. Um, my daughter finished her softball season with a win. Got the Wesser and the Bloom Harpoon. Absolutely loving that. Already poking. I'm literally poking the bear with Aries. Poor Scott. Like, and I told him, like, dude, my brain's just going crazy over how good your stuff is, and how um, fantastic the Western came out, and I'm just totally addicted to what you're doing, and like, how can you not love what he's doing? Like, he's just so awesome. But I'm already poking the bear and prodding at him for for I want to know what he's doing before you guys find out, and I want to like insert myself into what he's doing, and and I've already asked him, like, again, I just, lightheartedly thrown out there, hey, at some point I would like another Wesser. I want to go ahead and get a second one because I love it so freaking much. But and would love just to have another one in the rotation for when I want to, color match myself, right? But so I just mentioned to him. I said, "Look, dude, I would love another Wesser uh, at some point in time, but again, absolutely no hurry. But since Sharif Manganis was also uh, telling him that he wants a Wesser, and he seems apparently is serious about it. Like, hasn't filled out the order form request, but is serious about doing it. I mean, y'all, those of y'all know Sharif know how he is, and how he easily that dude gets sidetracked. But he'll get around to it. He'll get around to it. So I just mentioned to Scott that if he's going to do one for Sharif, if it is easy for him to go ahead and make a second one for me at the same time that he's making Sharif's. Again, I have no idea. I don't know. I'm not in his head with how he plans his builds and how he plans out his months with them. But I just thought I'd throw it out there that if it's easy for him to make two at the same time, then I'm all for him making a second one for me whenever he makes Sharif's. Otherwise, if it that doesn't matter, doesn't have any play in it, then I can wait. I'm more than happy to wait. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I'm not going to say anything more because I don't want to say more than I should. If he doesn't want to talk about it, then I don't need to talk about it, right? I feel like that's the morally respectful way to do it. Yeah. Um. So yeah. So I don't know what will become of that. Again, I have no expectations, and I told him. I said, please do not, don't you dare overwhelm yourself and stress yourself out with crazy deadlines. It's the end of the year, holidays, from Halloween through Christmas and New Year's, Thanksgiving somewhere in the middle there, I think, right? For those that celebrate Thanksgiving, get together with family and all that. That stuff this time of the year is tough to be out in the shop and be working on things out in the shop when the family is expecting your presence and in all these wintertime, fall and winter activities and holidays. So I totally do not want him out in that out in that little garage in his miniature little shop working on stuff for me when he needs to be getting that flooring put in his house for his missus and spending time with the kids, his kid and the missus. Like, family is always first, forever and foremost more important than any job, even if you love your job or slash hobby. Um, no, dude, I got you. I'm still actually, I have your pencil holder here. Hold on. Here is Eagle Scout EDC's said pencil holder, pen pencil holder. They probably fit about at least a dozen, if not closer to 16 to 18 pens, pencils. I don't know. It's big enough to fit a whole bunch of stuff. So so yeah, I have that for him here, made out of cedar. Look at those pretty knots. So yeah, so I have that here, and I put in along with the Danish oil and the I did the Danish oil, and then I did the warm gloss polyurethane mixed with the Danish oil to create a nice, deep, well saturated protective coat in the wood itself. But then I went and hit it up with um, some clear coat on the outside, some poly clear coat spray on the outside just to make it even more thicker and heavy duty. And then on the inside, I've made a nice, really nice and thick layer to again create that protective, damn near waterproof barrier. Not that I suggest you drink out of this, but I don't know. It is definitely stable. So yeah, so I have this to send to Eagle Scout EDC, and with a couple of knives for him to check out and maybe use as giveaways if he so chooses. He's more than welcome to do whatever he wants with them. And I've got some other goodies, and I'm kind of waiting for a particular goodie to come my way. So this whole care package for you, brother, is pending for another item or two. So it'll come to you, and I do have your address. I know where you live. If I need to, I will hunt you down. But yeah, no, I got you. I got you. I'll let you know when I get it sent out, when I have all of it put together. But yeah, and then I don't know if I showed this last time, but I made this bowl. This bowl. It's a nice little shallow change bowl where you could put some candies in it, what have you. See, do I have anything that I could? No, I don't really have anything right here to demonstrate. Do I? Do I? Here, here's one of these little paracord bracelets. That gives you an idea the size and depth. Yeah. So not a super big bowl. Again, my lathe, I can't make anything all that super big. Doing a base the size of this cup is painful for the motor for that lathe, and is pretty much maxing out its size capacity as well. But yeah, this is your Southern Red Cedar. I absolutely love this stuff, and I can get it for free for pretty much. I've still got a decent amount of it left um, before I have to go searching for it again. But yeah, smells great. Uh, Looks freaking awesome. The grain really pops once you put the Danish oil on it, and it gets that soaked up. And I went and made this one so buttery smooth. It's sanded all the way to a 1200 grit sandpaper. Just kept working my way up. Yeah, I spent a lot of time sanding this one to make it Oh, so buttery smooth. It is. It's so smooth. Can you feel it? Feel it. It is so smooth. Yeah, go on, touch it. Feel how smooth it is. I dare you. All right, Urban's getting crazy.
Too late for that.
But yeah, hey, Bluminati, what's up? So I am not the only person, and it helps for me to not feel so bad about not being the only person to bug the shit out of Aries EDC. This guy, this guy right here, good old Bluminati, he started it. He started it. If anything, is his freaking fault with the Raptor. Um, Aries should have never said yes to that, but he did, right? So that kind of set almost completely set the precedence of hey, if you ask super nicely or bug the crap out of them long enough and get others to help you bug the crap out of him long enough, he will eventually cave and say yes and do what you want. That poor guy, Scott. We're gonna be our community is gonna be the death of him. I'm telling you. His wife probably hates our guts because we keep asking him for crazy shit. You know what I'm talking about. Don't you dare stand there and play the denial games, whether you've been to Egypt or not. So, so Bluminati, yeah, dude, you and me both. I don't know when the last time you chatted with him, but I've been chatting with him over the last handful of days about stuff, and he's probably sick of me. I need to lay low for a little bit. I don't know how you've been managing, but I need to get off his case and lay low for a little while and leave the poor man be. I did watch. If you haven't seen his TNFNU, you need to. You should. Um, I'm just waiting for him to start talking shit about me and what I've been doing as something that's been pissing him off, getting under his skin. But no, so like he did in his TNFNU, was that today or yesterday? 19 hours ago, yesterday. Um, yeah, so he's trying to lay it down and set rules for all of us and drawing the line in the sand per se of what he's willing to tolerate and what he's not. Which he absolutely should and needs to, and if and he needs to say no to me. If it needs to be a no, he needs to say no. And I've voiced my opinions on that to him. I hope that he understands that. That if he needs to smack me in the hand and say stop it, exactly, behave, that we need to behave ourselves, then he needs to, and he has every right to, and I respect that 110%. But until he does, until he does, game's on, right, Blue Naughty? I'm just kidding. uh, yeah, right, Neil? Yeah. I still, nobody's actually told me where in Stevie's crazy brain Turban Boobsman came about. I do not know the actual origins of that one, uh, which is kind of funny but sad at the same time that I have no idea. Uh, but I don't know where Stevie and Maddie, I'm sure their twisted minds collaborated into that, into giving me that nickname, Turban Boobsman. But yeah, I wasn't there when that happened. So I'm sure I definitely like I've said before, I have no problems with and making a fool out of myself at times, and it just all in good-hearted fun, and I can take it, which makes it easy for y'all to pick on me, I guess. I'm a sucker. Oh no, but you got to just maybe wait until February, late January. You you can start bugging him, and if you want some help, I'll mention it to him too. But I won't mention it until late January. Just drop some subtle hints, and we'll get that going. Right? We'll do it again. We're absolutely evil, menacing, conniving, twisted, pains in the butt. All right, so y'all want to do a giveaway? Yeah, yeah. Y'all want to do a giveaway? Who wants to do a giveaway? Raise your hand in the chat if you want to do a giveaway. He was flying high when he did that, talking nonsense. Uh, isn't that most of the time? All right, let's do a giveaway. Okay, unless y'all don't want to. If y'all want to, we don't have to. I'm good either way. But y'all know what the yeah, y'all raise them in the air, wave them like you just don't care. So if you paid attention to the last giveaway, who won the last giveaway? I forget who won the last giveaway. I could tell you real quick here. Err. Neil did. Yeah, Neil did. That's right. I remember now. How honestly, Neil. Well, no, never mind. We won't talk about it. All right. So last month, Neil won and selected the black version of this nice little tote bag, gear bag, and he got that and this particular neat little flashlight, and he selected the OG pyrite with the silver aluminum handle and reverse Tonto Warren Cliffy type blade shape that they threw on. So in this month's giveaway, we're doing the Pyrite Light, which is slightly bigger than the OG Pyrite, with the OD Green G10 handle skills, AR RPM 9 blade steel in that wonderful blade shape, whatever you want to call that blade shape. And so this is the knife, this bag, and then again this flashlight. So that's the giveaway, and I have the charging cord for said flashlight. I do not have the box. I don't know where the heck the box went to this thing, but so I'm sorry. I apologize. I could not find the box. Oh, and then on the in the front pocket, there's this guy, this little keychain lanyard guy, and of course the American flag patch. So that is this weekend's giveaway. I was hoping to be able to put something else with it, like one more item. I really wanted to give one more item, and I was hoping to pick something up, find something golden at a stupid good Prime Day price on Amazon, and I did not it with the EDC stuff. I mean, yeah, there were some flashlights there, and there were a couple of knives that had a little bit of a about a 15% off discount to them, but nothing like really big with the EDC game. As far as those items went, so I wasn't able to pick up anything else to include that in that bag. So yeah, no pin. Well, you know what? Fine, I do have a. We will throw one of these in there. Burnt relic. You the man. You the man. You said it. Pin. So we'll throw one of these zebras, all aluminum, F701. Great pin. I love this pin. I've got quite a number of them. Really solid pin. So I'll include this pin. There we go. Burnt relic saved the day. He said pin, and I've got a pin, so we'll include the pin. There we go. Relic's the man. Everybody say thank you, Relic. Burnt relic is the dude. So let's find a piece of paper, some scratch paper, and I guess I need a pen. I hope I have one of those. I got I gotta get a pen to write shit down on, right? Do our range and our number, right? Yes, you did good. You did good today. You solved the problem. I had a problem. You analyzed it, came up with a solution, and it's a win for everybody, right? Let's go on the higher end for our number range. Let's go. Uh, hmm. What should be the lucky winning number be? All right, got it. All right, let me type it into the chat. Uh, Star. Okay, the start and range is in the chat there. We're going with 400 to 650 for the range. 400 to 650 for the range. Y'all go ahead and start throwing up your guesses. Y'all know all the rules. I'm not dealing with a $30 to $80 fee to send it to another country or to freaking Hawaii or Alaska or Puerto Rico. That shit ain't happening. Sorry, I don't have that kind of money to just pay that kind of shipping fees. Most of y'all, I believe all of y'all, that have driver's licenses that say that you're at least 19 years old.
Who won last time?
Neil won last month's giveaway. So hopefully Neil doesn't win this one again. But if he does, it's what it is, right? But yeah, y'all throw your guesses up. Y'all know the rules. No bonus accounts. No nonsense. Y'all play nice, play fair. I don't have any trouble with you guys. You guys are I get a good bunch of fellas in here. Where's our gals tonight? Where's our favorite ladies that usually show up? Mrs. Urban. Look at Mrs. Urban. Hashtag DSKFS. Mrs. Urban's playing for Burnt Relic. Ain't she nice? She being sweet tonight. Still won't get laid. Oops, did I say that out loud? Darn. Oh, we'll give a little grumpy salute for for that one. Oh, that was great. All right, what's up, Dwayne? How are you? Everybody get their guesses in? Oh, hey, Joe. What's up, Joe? Mr. Joe K in the house? Yeah, right. Well, it's that time of the month. So yeah. That's okay. Maybe if I play my cards right, if I butter her up a little bit, maybe I'll get a massage. That would be good. That would be right now, the way my shoulder blades feel, the way my upper back is worn out. Maybe she can give me an upper body massage and I will massage her feet. That might be a fair trade. We're gonna set the timer though, because I don't want her fucking skimping out and only giving me a 3 minute massage when I go and spend 15 minutes on her little twinkle toes. It's got to be fair. Yeah, Burnt Relic, have you seen my video on making Stevie's pipe? Here, let me grab that. I can grab that for you if you haven't. I'll throw it in the link. It's been a while. I did that shit 2 years ago, somewhere 2.5 years ago. It's been a while since I made that pipe. But yeah, made uh, I made Stevie's pipe, the whole thing. Um, and then before that, I made just the bowl part of a pipe without the stem part of it uh, for a fella that lived in my neighborhood long ago, back when I lived down even further close to the Florida Georgia line. Did not like living down there. I don't like living here, but really did not like living down there. Let me go to my videos. But so I've made two bowls and only one full blown pipe bowl and the stems. And for Stevie, I actually made two stems. One because I didn't know what length he would prefer, how long of a stem for his pipe that he would appreciate having. So that's one reason, probably the main reason why I made two stems, but also made the second stem for the sake of him having a backup in case maybe he drops and it breaks, or God forbid he loses one of the stems, that he would have a backup, and he's not waiting for me to make him a backup. So yeah, it's going to be in my uh, playlist. If you go to my playlist and you go to Wood Creations, This one, the one that's titled a tobacco pipe challenge. And get shareable link and pasty. So, considering the fact that this, when I made Stevie's bowl or pipe, sorry, I made him a bowl thing too. But when I made Stevie's pipe, that was done. I did that. Um, was it was published April 3rd, 2023. So I did it in the middle slash end of March. Was essentially when I made it for him. But yeah, it came out again somehow with like 90% of my wood turning creations. I get stupid lucky with the vast majority of them, almost all of them, and I managed to pull it off, and they come out looking pretty freaking sweet. I don't know how it happens, but it does. I get very lucky. That tobacco pipe that I made him came out freaking awesome for it being my first time ever attempting something exactly like that. Like, I surprised the heck out of myself. And believe me, like, you have no idea how much relief it was when the whole thing just came together as beautifully as it did. I was like, thank God. I don't want to spend another minute on this project because I was just like my nerves were shot in trying to be so damn precise with all the dimensions, all the measurements, and making sure that it all fitted perfectly and came together exactly the way it should, and not having any terrible, horrible mishaps. Like, I was on the edge of my seat the whole freaking time, praying the whole freaking time, don't screw up. Please don't have something happen to this wood and I have to start over. Yeah, it was. I was a mess. I was absolutely a mess during that whole thing. Um, and I don't think I would ever do it again. I don't think I will ever make a pipe in its entirety like that again. Like, that was one heck of a thing, and I don't want to press my luck with a second go at it. I really don't. What do you mean small biz gonna be your main hustle? Do 'em. I don't know what you're trying to say there. That slang is outside of my comprehension. Yeah, I don't. I really don't. Yeah, I absolutely enjoyed the challenge of it. I absolutely enjoyed um, the fact that I was. It was the fact that Stevie kind of challenged me, not expecting me to do to say yes to it and make it happen. And I kind of busted his chops on it too. Like, I literally just watch the video. Watch the video. The beginning of it's kind of funny. Um, but I shared the little bit of discourse that he and I had about it at the beginning, and yeah, he was kind of just like, I threw it back in his face. He was like, "I dare you to do it," and I said, "Yeah, yeah, well, hold my beer and watch me. You're getting one, motherfucker." Like, it was just it was it, that's the kind of relationship I have with Stevie, and I wouldn't trade it for the world. Um, he's such a cool guy. He's a mess though. He's definitely he's trouble. But yeah, I enjoyed the challenge of making it, and I enjoyed the fact that it was an item that I was hand making for somebody who I knew was going to be super appreciative of it, use it, uh, and that it would just, help our relationship build in even another way. Like it just, I couldn't have been happier to have made that for him. So yeah, yeah. See what happens. No, I'm doing all the other wood turning stuff, but not pipes. The thing that sucks about doing pipes is the bowls, when you're doing the bowls, to have the first part of the stem right here, because you're turning this piece on a lathe in two dimensions. You first have to turn it in one dimension to get the body of the bowl, shaped out, right? And then you've got to turn it on its side and work on this piece. It's like it's on its side, but not exactly. You still have to have it at an angle so that you can create this piece. And then you've got to drill that hole, and you're actually drilling this hole twice at two different diameters, because you have to have one diameter. Um, you have to have the one diameter all the way to the bowl, which is a smaller uh, diameter for air, for the initial airflow to go from the bowl to the stem, and then you have the second diameter that you're drilling for this piece to go in. And then on top of that, it's actually technically three diameters. That's how much of a pain in the ass it is. Because then you have the stem filter. So the stem filter that goes into this piece then has to go into here. And it sticks out a little bit. So you have to drill a hole far enough for that piece to go in and stop. And then you've got to drill this diameter for a little bit for that to go further into, and then the third little bit is about um, 40% the diameter of this guy. So it's a three tapering drill out process of three different sizes of a hole being drilled to three different freaking lengths, and that then allows it to end up like that. Um, so like it really fucking sucks that doing that part. And then when you go and you make the stem, you've got to not only have your drill out diameter for the filter tube, but then this has to be a specific diameter, and then that has to be a specific diameter. Um, and then you've got to go and you shape this however you want it to. Now his, if you watch the video, the build video, his is a straight stem. He was good with that. I asked him if he wanted a curved deal like these, and he's like, no, I actually kind of just like the straight out stick. Um, he was like, you don't need to do that. So I was like, sweet, good, because that's more work, and I'm all for not doing that much more work. So I was kind of happy that he was good with that. But yeah, so that was fun. Again, it was a really neat and tough challenge, but I did it. I did it. So and Stevie was really impressed and really grateful, and I'm all about that. I'm very much like Scott, very much like Aries EDC. I'm quite a people pleaser. I like to make my friends happy, at least, and most of my family members. But all right, everybody got their guesses in, right? Anybody who came in last minute there, y'all ready? Y'all ready? let's do it. Let's do it. Let me go back up to the start real quick so I can figure out the numbers, even though y'all are faster than me at doing that. I went too far. Scroll back down. There it is. There. All right. Ready? Ready for the reveal? No, no, no. 588. Who is our closest without going over to 588? Let's see. We got Joe 525, Neil 527, Illuminati's even closer, or no, way too low in the 400s. So far Neil 615 from Marco is too much. You went over, my dude. Um, Mrs. Urban actually is the next closest with 431. Or no, that's 431, not 5. Sorry, Mrs. Urban, you lose. You suck. Sorry, Burnt Relic. She didn't help you there. Um, yeah. So we're back to Neil with the 527 still. But no, we got Dwayne with 545. Did anybody guess after Dwayne came in? No. I think Dwayne is our winner. Winner, chicken dinner. Y'all double, triple, quadruple check me. It's not that hard. There's not that many of us. Yeah, Dwayne, you're it. Woohoo! Yeah, throw the party favors into the chat. Dwayne, you're the man. Woo! All right. Do you know what you won, Dwayne? You want me to show it again? Dwayne, let me show you what you won in case you came in too late. Great little EDC gear bag, straps, attach it to anything, anywhere, or just throw it into another bag. Thanks to Burnt Relic mentioning another EDC item that would be great to have thrown into the giveaway here, and I had an extra one still in package. F701 all metal pin. Then you got this sweet little fun flashlight, nice bright flashlight, and then he's also got the side light as well. Woo, nice and bright. Yeah. And he even goes red mode and flashing red. So you got that. So you have the pin, you have the light, and then sure enough, you have the knife. So this is the bad boy. You're getting the CJRB Pyrite Light, which has got like a 3.2 inch blade. RPM 9 steel. So that's the knife in today's giveaway. Look at how great this setup is. So you get all that elastic band on this side, and then on the other side you got these two thick mesh pockets. And really that's where the difference is with this bag over so many others, is this mesh is very strongly stitched. Like, it's not your cheap mesh pockets. That's good stuff right there. Not gonna get torn up really bad. But yeah, so there you go. Knife, flashlight, pin, and bag to carry it plus everything else in. Plus you get an extra cool American patch and little lanyard doohickey strap, my bobber. So there you go, Dwayne. I'm pretty damn positive that I do have your shipping info. You're more than welcome to email me again if it's changed, or if you just want to make sure that I have it right. Uh, Email right there in chat, urbanwoodsman87 at gmail.com. All lowercase, all together. Gmail. I don't do hotmails or any other mails for that matter. But yeah, there you go. Email me your info slash remind me that you won, and I'll get that sent out to you early next week. All right. Thank you for playing the giveaway game with numbers. With the numbers. So, um, yeah, Aries EDC, dude. If you're not, I don't care if you're not a fixed blade person. Like, how can you not? I am. I don't know why I didn't stumble across Scott's channel and his build sooner than I did. When did I? I don't remember how many months ago. Like, I seen his people throw photos of his knife builds on Instagram and whatnot. Um, I really didn't think much of it at the time, I guess, for some stupid reason. But I've only been following Aries for maybe about 6 or 7 months now. No, not even that. Ah, I want to say the. Well, let me see. Does it tell you when you subscribe to somebody's channel? Does it tell you that, or does it not? If I click on him, it shows that I'm subscribed, but it doesn't say when I subscribed to him. There's no way of me looking that up, is there? I don't think there is. I want to say I didn't start following him until after Blade Show. I think it might have been end of July, mid to end July, where I actually started watching his lives, or showing up in his lives and watching his videos. I'm sure I've seen a couple of his videos prior to Blade Show this year, without realizing who it was or remembering exactly who it was, and making the connection of, hey, this dude makes fixed blades out of his garage. Uh, but yeah, so I didn't start actually watching and following along with him, and actively participating with his channel until after Blade Show. And I want to say it was probably mid to late July. But dang, did I fall in love with how he does everything, and what he creates. Like his art, his abilities are very, very high, very, very high. Super impressed. Oh, it will if you're a paid member. Okay, huh? Well, I ain't rolling in dough yet. Maybe when I have a family relative that I'm in a will. what what family member of mine would put me in their will? They'd have to be batshit crazy out of their minds. No. Who would put Urban in their will? That's just stupid. What a bad idea. He'll spend it all on knives. I would pay off a big the, the big chunk of debt that I have. That would be the primary thing that happens with any decent amount of inheritance. Enough to make a dent. But yeah. Well, we've been here for over an hour and 20 minutes, almost an hour and a half. Next Friday, I will not be live because I will be driving. I will be going up to my parents' place to celebrate next Saturday my grandmother's 90th birthday. Uh, and so, yeah, my grandmother's turning the big 90, and she ain't stopping at that. So, so no inheritance there. No, just kidding. Yeah, no. I hope she hangs out and sticks around and enjoys more years for her. She is a very lovely person, a wonderful individual. I know most grandmothers are, but not all of them. She's one of the good ones for sure, and I love her to death. So, yeah, that's gonna be fun. That's gonna be the celebration is actually at my brother's place in Athens, Georgia. Um, so maybe Dylan, Mallory. No, I don't know how my family would feel. I can't invite him. But he's not. He's in Atlanta. He's over on the other side of Atlanta. So it's like a pretty much a 3 hour. It would be almost exactly a 3 hour drive for him from where he lives. But no. So I will be getting the forest either over the weekend here or early to mid next week. I'm not sure. USPS tracking is all jacked up right now, at least for my stuff. I did get a couple of things. The few things that I did manage to score on Prime Day, October's Prime Day this year, they have finally trickled in slowly but surely. I think today was the last day to get the. Yeah, I don't think I've got anything else coming to me. Let me see. Are all my orders um, delivered? Yes. Yes, 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 yes. I don't have anything else coming my way, at least through Amazon. So I'm waiting for my Forest 2 from Dylan Mallory. Such a cool guy, so kind to give me that decent chunk of a discount that he did. Hook me up. uh, make it less of a sting. But and so I've got the knife coming, that knife coming, and then I have a what's the other thing that's coming that I. Oh, it's been such a freaking long day. I'm tired. I will not pull Sharif and fall asleep on you guys, though. I will not do that. I will end the life before I do that. I don't know how he does it. That's how many he's done that at least 3 times in the last handful of months. Just the last couple of months, he's done that at least 3 times. I think Sharif's if just passed out during the Matisfaction Wednesday night lives. That's and dude. If he's tired enough, he will drop. He will drop no matter where he's at. He's one of those guys that can just boom out. Like my body's had enough. I'm done. I can't do that. I have to really. I guess my time in the military and standing watches and all those crazy hours of being awake and hyper alert uh, has just thrown my body through the ringer and not being able to do that. It is crazy how long I can stay up and force myself to stay awake. I do not wish anybody to have to do that. It really does mess you up. Uh, I believe that that's the main contributing factor to my sleep apnea is because of that. Along with the bags that collect under my eyes, is from my lack of proper rest. But yeah, so I have the knife, and then I have oh yeah, the other thing that's coming my way is coming from Forest. Yeah, Forest Hanks. I am getting some sweet ass Forest Hanks. Let me let me see if I can bring this up for y'all. Let me see if I can bring it up. Switchy, switchy. No, that's not. I want Gmail. That one. Forest. Man, he doesn't really communicate through Instagram. He prefers the email chain, I guess for record keeping sake. Um, that's just his preference. Where's his photos? Here they are. So I'm guessing that this is going to be the fabric on one of them. Get back to StreamYard and share. But yep, here we go. So there it is. There's the design. Um, I'm guessing that this is one of the Hanks. I ordered a couple of them, two, maybe three. I don't remember. I don't know how many he's actually sending me. It might be just two. It'd be nice if it was three. For what he charges, it'd be nice if it was three. If he would throw in an extra one because I have ordered quite a number of Hanks from him over the last handful of years. Um, but yeah, I I think that that turned out pretty good. What do y'all think? But there's my channel logo. I'm kind of hoping that this is not the placement on one that is sending me, that this was just a test piece, because the black in the urban woodsman right there kind of gets lost with that darker patch in the fabric. Uh, so I'm really hoping that that's not an actual finished Hank, because that placement wasn't exactly good on that particular section of that fabric. Um, but well, we'll see. He didn't actually. I asked. I asked for. So here's another photo that he sent. And again, like I, yeah, it kind of his placement of it in that with that darker section of of the fabric. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. He didn't send me. I asked for photos of the finished Hanks before he put them in the mail, but supposedly they're on their way. So yeah, we'll see. I'll get them within the next handful of days as well. Yeah, I think the stitching of the logo itself looks great. I just am hoping that's the placement on the Hank material is not where those were, is what I'm getting. I hope. I'm not. I'm. I don't like to be picky, but I would think that as a Hank maker that he would. I'm hoping that were just test pieces. I really am. I'm just gonna say that. I'm just gonna say that. I'm hoping that those were test pieces. I asked him for. I wanted to do some earthier colors, since the with the woodsman part of me and it being an axe on it. So I was, I was thinking like maybe a dark green or dark, you know, medium to dark green or a medium to dark blue. Um, earthier colors. Because I hate yellows. I'm not I'm not about bright colors. I don't really care for orange. I really don't care. I really don't like orange. Purple. I'm not a big fan of purple. I don't like purple being the dominant color of anything that I own. I don't mind if it's a little bit of it's mixed in with other colors. Um, Pink is an absolute no go for me. I do not like pink. I don't like pink. Period. And that includes salmon. What a gay color. I hate salmon. I don't really care for yellows. I can't stand orange. I'm not an orange person. The only time that I can tolerate orange is during this time of the year when it's Halloween and you have Halloweeny stuff. Um, then I'm okay with some orange being there. Hell, look at this. Do I still have it up here? Yeah, here it is. If something's going to be orange, I want it to be one of these really dark, like burnt orange. Like that is a sick orange to me. So if I'm gonna have something that's orange, that's the kind of orange that I want. I want that burnt orange where it has some fading into some browns and like just muddied up and everything. Like that is a nice looking orange to me. For me, where you got just that little bit of reddish brown that like red clay mixed in with orange. That's the orange that I like. And I did that. I colored that myself and then put a clear coat on top of it to just completely seal it and protect it. But yeah, this is a Rough Rider um, Slippy from a good number of years ago, 4, maybe 5. No, I think 4 years ago. It's just in 440 stainless, but it has the Happy Halloween etched on the blade. Um, and then it's got the second blade on it. But yeah, and here's the back side of it. Again, I did that coloring. It was a when I bought this, it wasn't a color. It was a white. It was like a bone white color. And I forget how I did it. Honestly, I totally forget how I did it. If I mixed some Rit dyes and then used like a paintbrush, I guess, to kind of just do the fading of the different colors. But like it came out really, really wicked good. Absolutely love that. Yeah, I couldn't have been happier than how that came out. And I love Halloween. I'm a pretty big Halloween fan. Not a massive Halloween fan, but a pretty big Halloween fan. So yeah. So I get those Hanks either through the weekend or again early next week. So almost at the same time. Might get them before I get the Forest 2 from Dylan, even though Dylan's up, 5.5, almost 6 hour drive from me, and Forest is way up in Michigan. That's like a 15-hour drive. But yeah, USPS tracking shows that my hikes went out to freaking Texas. Went from Michigan to Texas, and now are on its way back to hopefully the southeastern coastline. But again, who knows? The way USPS does their tracking shit, it's all out of whack, and half of the time it's lies, lies, lies. But yeah, let's I don't got anything else. Um, Make sure Dwayne email me so I got the right place to send your stuff to you. Congrats on the win, and let's call it a night so that I can do some other things. Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, good to see you, Marco. Everybody, thanks for stopping by, and I won't see you next Friday, but the Friday after, right? Yeah, the actually the next Friday after is no, it's the 24th, so it's the week before Halloween. That's crazy. Cool. So I'll see y'all on the 24th. Take care. Have a good weekend. See some of y'all, most of y'all probably in the chats in other lives. And yeah, peace.